Shut them ready for press the trigger. Blessing up a flow like a river. Got them back up it on them in a believer. Yeah. On a fire like a rocket, I want them, I gotta stop it. Then I give it some of what in the traffic.
Yeah, yeah. But you know. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, got some party vibes going on in the house because today I'm going to be interviewing not only my mummy truly dearest, who just a bit relaxed up in the background. I'm going to be also interviewing my son Riche. Riche?
Yeah.
Yo, how you doing?
Good.
Say hi.
Hi.
What are you playing?
Formula One.
Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna go in the garden and see what's going on. It's a little preempt. Ooh, sun bright. So we got Grace to embrace. We got
Touch at the moment.
Heaven's Touch. We got DJ. Oh, I can't even see where you are. This is so bad. I'm not used to this. I will get there. DJ JAMMZZ. Oh, there you are. Got you. So I'm going to be interviewing DJ JAMMZZ in a minute. I've got beautiful Janae over here. She's going to be talking to me about her moving up to secondary school. Pick up yourself, Janae. Met my sister Nick. This is her daughter. She's already done her interview. And we got Evan's Touch down here.
Yes, doing my rehab. Opening exercises.
See it there? So right, the next thing is the sun is shining. I've got my glorious family here. Good vibes. Lockdown finish. It's a bit dark over there. Wow. Anyway, I'm gonna come and do an interview.
It's a bit hot.
Gonna come and do an interview with DJ JAMMZZ. So I'm gonna be part auntie and part just I need to learn more stuff. So hold on, let's see. Okay, welcome. After all the madness and us trying to do our little spitting and bars and whatever, because this is how we jam, this is how we roll. I'd like to introduce you to my nephew Joel, but obviously I'm also reporting and I want to just really introduce him as DJ JAMMZZ, and I think he really deserves this title of DJ JAMMZZ because not only does he inspire and motivate us to move our little bodies, we have the best time ever. So without further ado, welcome Joel.
Hello Miss Grant. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you going out your way to invite me to come and ask me some questions.
No problem. Alright, just a little note to self, I'm now Miss Kerr.
Okay, alright.
So, and you don't have to call me Miss Grant or
No, I don't want to call you auntie.
That's alright. Call me auntie if you want.
Okay, alright.
When you was little, what did you used to call me in holiday club? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, Auntie Tashi.
Auntie Tashi.
I had all the kids calling me, and it was like, oh my gosh, what has he started? But it's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
It's hard, isn't it, to know whether to be professional with me or auntie. But you know what? We're just gonna let it flow because to be honest with you, even though I'm your aunt, you're sometimes my teacher because you teach me a lot. I'm learning a lot. You inspire me, and I'm not just saying that. I only want to talk the truth. And anybody that has inspired me, I'm just so blessed because I've got such a beautiful, amazing family. So without further ado, we're gonna go into a quick round of fire questions. Okay? So don't worry if you can't answer it, but I'd like a response, and then we'll go through some other questions afterwards. Okay, so first of all, yes, we know you're my nephew and you're my sister's son, and I'm so proud of you. What's your favourite genre of music?
My favourite genre is either soca or gospel music.
Soca or gospel?
Yeah.
Wonderful. And I notice you fuse a couple together as well.
Yeah.
When did you first want to become a DJ?
On my birthday in 2018, and I first got my DJ stuff. That's when I thought I was like, let me create something that would inspire people, especially young people, because I feel like the younger generation, especially the black youth, we get looked down upon. So I think we need to make a difference, and we should inspire other people by doing what we're doing now, because you never know, like someone can have that idea, but maybe they're a bit too scared because they're too young.
What I would say is, I love the fact that as well as Christians, there's a scripture that says, I think the Apostle Paul said to Timothy, "Don't let nobody look down on you just because of your age." And when I was your age, how old are you now?
15.
When I was 15, like I had loads of dreams and aspirations and things that I wanted to do. And then when I spoke to some of the people that I thought would inspire me, teachers, elders, they was like, you can't do that. So what would you say to people who want to do something despite their age? What would you say?
I feel like when people tell me I can't do something, I think it motivates me even more to do it.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that. I'm a bit like, is it really?
Yeah, and you try to prove them wrong in it, and then because you leave them speechless because like you've spoken so badly over my life saying that I can't do this.
Yeah.
And then when I do it, you're shocked.
Good.
Because you didn't expect it from me. So
that's right.
You have to hit them unexpectedly.
Yeah. And also what I'd like to say on top of that is the fact that it's something that you're naturally good at anyway.
Yeah,
it's not even like you have to prove to anybody. This is your dream, this is your desire, this is your purpose. And you know what? There's a song by Samuel Medas. You can't be the only one who's addicted to likes and fame. We don't do it for the likes and fame. And I can vouch for you. I know for a fact that since you weren't even walking and you was busting some moves in the buggy. A next quick fire round question: things you've learned going into lockdown and things you've learned coming out of lockdown.
Going into lockdown, I've realised that life is very short, and I think we should make the most of it while we're still on the earth. And coming out, I've realised that we need to have more faith in God and trust in Him, and we need to go to Him before we make any decision.
Okay, give me an example of having faith and trusting in Him and going to Him, because you just said 3 fundamental things. Break it down to somebody who doesn't even have a clue what that might look like.
Trusting in Him is like He is like the first thing that you do in the morning. Like you love Him the same way you love all these Instagram people. These like all their pictures. You do all these things. This person on Instagram. I love them. Yeah. That's the same energy you should have for God.
Right.
So you just gotta love and adore Him, because even about He's the one that's giving you life and giving you air to breathe and giving you food to survive throughout the day. So my message to people is, like, make Him your priority.
Make Him your priority
before you do anything else. Like, make Him your priority, because He will shower you with blessings when He sees that you're making an effort.
Yeah.
And you've noticed that, God's done all these things for me, and I'm not doing this for what's gonna happen. Turn it around because it's a bit hard to explain.
Do you know what? That's part of to do with the name Be One Hope as well, because in John 17, Jesus prays for His disciples, but also prays for everybody that they will believe that Jesus was sent by God, and if the disciples remained in Him, if you are one with me, then He will be one with them. And He says, I'm going back soon to ascend to my God, your God, my Father, your Father, and we're all one. So if we be one with Christ, all of these things are like, it just comes hand in hand. But nobody can go through nobody can get to the Father except through Jesus. But I know it's hard to kind of explain, but when you start putting into practice, putting God first,
you'll start to see a difference in your life. And like,
give me an example of a difference in your life because you put God first.
For example, like, you may get the opportunity to do, maybe you might go through to acting school, whatever. You might get into I don't know, like a drama production. So when God sees that you're making an effort, He will bless you for that.
Yeah.
So He will do everything in His power to make you feel happy, because you made Him happy by showing Him that you're His that He is your priority.
Wow. And one of the greatest commandments is love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, body, and soul. how easy or how hard is that to do, especially because of your age?
I think in my generation there's lots of distractions, and I think my generation and society in general is very anti-Christ. So everything is very demonic, but the thing is, it's very subtle. So like things in like music, the devil. Back then, the devil was the king of music. So he's a fallen angel. So he used to be an angel and used to be with God in heaven. So I think now music is very subtle. There's loads of things that you could be saying in music which is speaking badly over your life, but you might not even be noticing it. You're just saying,
on them, man.
Yeah,
sorry. Them kind of things
like,
is not
things,
godly.
See, like,
Sorry, I
get
just
it, like it's a song, like you're enjoying it. It's a tune. It's a tune. The big tune of 2017 or whatever.
Yeah.
But you have to remember what you're saying in your life, because there's power in your tongue. There's power in your words.
Come on now, Joel.
Be mindful what you're listening to and what you're speaking of your life.
Right. I've got here on my notes singing and songwriting.
Yeah.
And I already expressed how I knew you was quite musically in tune from when you was younger. You used to look at music on the channel and you'd be dancing the willy bounce dance. You're doing that with your arms in the buggy. So I think it was definitely something in you. Mm-hmm. There's children that I worked with growing up who heard you sing when you was younger, and they used to say they heard you sing and it made them cry. Yeah. And I used to be like, what? That boy's anointed, not really knowing about what an anointing does, but as you grow in your faith. I just want to ask you a little bit about your songwriting and singing, because not only do you DJ, you are quite talented in terms of songwriting and your singing and your performing skills. Yeah, so I have written a few songs and I performed them for family. I performed them in church events like Caribbean evening, African evening and stuff. So I have written songs. Right now I don't write any more songs, but those, I think at that time I was just trying to explore everything I could do in the music industry. Right. And then when I found that DJing is my passion, that's when I kind of not that I lost interest in songwriting, but I think I led more to DJing than that's it. Let it play. You see, just have to click on the button. But just press stop there for a second. So I don't really write music anymore, but I have written a couple songs, and I performed them, and they reflect my life. Because at the time I was really going through a lot. So I felt that songwriting kind of helped me to get to trying to get out of the harsh realities of my life. At the time. So that's about it. But I don't really write songs anymore because I'm doing my DJing. But I would love to write songs again. 1 minute, my son's just walked out in the middle of our interview. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait. We're recording. We're recording. I'm not even probably going to edit that out because I want you to see in willpower, effort, full control right there when my child just walked through. And what's the other one that I had to do? My emotional regulation. I had to control all of my emotions right then. And now the door was flung wide open. Thanks, Joel. I'm going to get you to do your executive functioning and just draw back into this meeting. Let's do this. Okay. So, in a nutshell, what I just wanted to say, what you said about the singing and the songwriting, how it helped you through a dark point in your life, or like you wanted to explore certain things. I think that's phenomenal because sometimes God gives us clues along the way. Yeah. And even though you're not doing that now, who knows? It might come back again later on. But it's something that I haven't. I don't know if I have that gift, but it hasn't shown itself yet. So I just appreciate the people like you who do have that innate gift. I just want to ask you, who has helped shape your choices to date? To be totally honest with you, it's been God. Like this whole time, like I wouldn't be where I am now without God. Like with my music, and even finding that DJing was my passion.
that's been God. I wouldn't even known. I would just been seeing these DJs like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even have like known how everything works and stuff. So, and my mum has been a very big inspiration in with me like doing my music stuff, because she sees my potential in it.
Yeah.
And she really pushes me to do the best I can do with my music stuff. So my mum's been a big inspiration to me. And also some other DJs that I look up to, DJs like DJ Puffy, DJ Gel, DJ Semtex. You might know them, but DJ Semtex is he has one hand, and he's one of the biggest DJs that I admire and I look up to, because he has one hand, and it's very it's very hard using two hands, because you have to work fast. So imagine what it's like having one hand. And we don't look at the things people go through, we just look at where they are now. Yeah,
we don't see all the stuff underneath the surface. Yeah, you know, the tears, the sleepless night. Yeah, it's true. Like imagine what he had to do to get to where he is, being a big DJ like he is now. Wow. We're only with one hand. Only using one hand. Talking about big DJ, you're only 15, and last year when you was only 14, you performed at a pretty big event DJing. Where was that? I DJed at Notting Hill Carnival with Vibes Mass band. What was that like? It was, oh my gosh, I was very I was very shocked when I got told that I got the opportunity to DJ at Notting Hill Carnival, because I know how big Carnival is. Yeah. And people from all over the world come just for this one event. Yeah. So I was very like overwhelmed, because I was like my jaw dropped. I was like, Notting Hill Carnival. This is as big as it gets. Like you're DJing. Like massive, but I was on the float for the day. Yeah. It was amazing. Like I don't even know how to explain. I was mind blown. And another event that I've been to, and I've posted this as well before, you did a little local event down in Norfolk. How like the crowd really responded well to you, and I know you've got other family members as well who have been doing the DJing circuit for a while, and their feedback was like, you captive. In fact, there was hardly anybody dancing, but you had everybody dancing, doing the candy and that. How was that experience before and then after? Well, to be honest, that was actually my first time playing out like at an event. So at the beginning, when I was on my way to the event, I was very nervous, like, oh, what's gonna happen? What if I make a mistake? Everyone's gonna laugh at me, all these things. Wow. But when I got there, I don't know, I just felt so calm. That's good. I just felt so calm, and I was just playing the music. Because you do it all the time, right? But it's another level. Yeah, because I was at a big event with other people. Because I used to do it like with you, like with family. Yeah. But when I actually got out there, like I stepped out of my comfort zone. Yeah. And I feel like when you start your comfort zone, at first you feel a bit iffy. Yeah. But then when you get into it, your mind just goes off that nervousness. The nervousness leaves your body, and you just do your thing, innit? And also, I'm a hardback woman. I'm your auntie. Yeah. But you know tunes that were even before my time. Yeah. How do you do that? I think the DJ that I am, I'm a multi-genre DJ, so I need to cater for every generation, for the elderly generation. Yeah, which you do. For the younger generation. Yeah, man. So I need to cater. That's my job, because I can't. You sound like you enjoy it. I hear you singing the lyrics. You know lyrics to songs that I don't even know. So yes, you're catering, but it's also an enjoyment. Yeah, the thing with that, you don't have to enjoy the song to play it, because you're being paid to. You're basically being your entertainment. Right. So you don't have to enjoy it to play it, but you have to play it because that's what the people are asked for. Because if you don't play it, then they'll be like, I booked you and you're playing to obviously the genre that I asked for. So, but I personally enjoy all music. Yeah. Music is just my thing, innit? So whether I like it or not, I'll still bob my head to it or whatever. You still bob your head to it. But that's a nice, honest response, because sometimes you don't even have to like something, and that comes down to discipline as well, and just like sometimes you just have to suck it up and do what needs to be done, and that's professional, and that shows character. I didn't have that sort of character at the age of 15. If I didn't want to do something, I'd go about my business. So well done. That's an art form. Moving on quickly, because you know we have a few other things to go through as well. People say like DJing, and you love God. How does that work?
Yes, the thing with that, God convicts you differently. Everyone gets convicted differently for different things. So I don't want to go too deep into this, but for example, there could be a Christian that still drinks alcohol, but if you think about it, in the Bible, it doesn't say you can't drink. It just says don't drink to get merry. So you can have a drink if you're having like a dinner or something, you can have like a glass of wine. But some Christians get convicted in the sense that God says you can't drink alcohol, like period, like you can't drink any alcohol, any form of alcohol. So it's just the way God convicts you, the way God wants you to go about that certain topic. But it just goes back to your relationship with God in the first place. Like how deep in the relationship are you with God?
A lot of people don't get that, and I just think that's a really sensible response, because I used to smoke, I used to drink, and it's only 2 years ago that I felt the burning conviction that it was time to stop drinking. And God's been speaking to me. He's been speaking to me about stop drinking, but I tell him no.
You'll still see like some other Christians drinking, like, but not drinking to get merry.
Or to get drunk. But the thing is, Jesus turned water to wine, so he wasn't a party pooper. He loved to you know, there's examples of that. Life is for living. It's in moderation, and it's not to, like you said, it's not to overindulge. But another thing as well, I just want to ask you, like you've been amazing. Thank you for just sharing so much about your own personal journey, your convictions. Obviously, I would like to talk to you forever and ever and ever, but I'd like you to take the mic. And if there's any final thoughts, anything that I haven't thought to ask you, that you'd just like to say.
Okay. So all of you out there, this goes to anyone of any age, of any culture, of any skin color, anything. Like, it could be anyone. Just go to anyone. If you have an idea to do something, just do it. Don't think, oh, I'm too young, or I'm too old, I'm too this, I'm too that. Just go for it, because people can be inspired for things that you might not find inspiring. Someone could look at you and be like, oh my gosh, this person is doing like something that I've always wanted to do. So just go for it. Don't listen to what anyone else is telling you. Oh, you can't do it. You're too this, you're too. But yeah, just go for it. Just take the first step, and God will do the rest. So just when God sees that you're actually going out there to try and make a difference, then he'll help you. He'll actually help you. He will never leave you stranded. That's one thing about God. He will never leave you stranded. He'll always help you. He'll always see what you're doing, and he'll always see what effort you're putting in. So the moral of what I'm just gonna say is just go for it. Just take the first step and just dive straight in, because like, you never know. Like, life is so short, so just go for it, and don't let anyone tell you nothing about you can't do it. So that's something that you guys can think about. Whatever idea you have, whether it's in the music industry, the drama industry, building industry, or clothing line, or whatever, just go for it.
Sorry, we always do this. Clothing line. Clothing line. Guys,
I'm creating my own clothing line called The Visions Company. I'm going to be selling t-shirts and merchandise. So I'll give you the link. The link will be in the description below. So guys, just get out that when it started off. But I thank you guys for all the support that you've given me for my music stuff, and God bless.